Some more Candace and Steven Crowder drama. Don't usually dive into the drama.
What if
so
you could do
much,
SEO smart?
But this might be interesting. I did put out a previous video when Steven Crowder called out Daily Wire, not by name, for how they do contracts and saying that he's so much better. We did cover this feud a little bit, and it's funny. It's kind of funny. So he does this whole big thing, about how their contracts suck and yada, yada, yada. But all his previous employees aren't too stoked with the contracts that they have over there either. Dave Landau, Quarterblack Garrett, they've teamed up to do a new show. Maybe we'll check out an episode of that in a little bit if you guys want. They have a new skit comedy show. Flodzilla's on the first episode. I have it on the watch later list, but we haven't checked it out yet. And he sings my favorite song that he made, Grateful. If you haven't heard the song Grateful by Flodzilla, or Flawed, go check it out. Make sure you go check it out. It is a fantastic song, and he performs it, I guess. But a lot of his employees aren't stoked. Dave Landau, kind of in a nice guy way, talked a bunch of shit about working there, and how a lot of Steven Crowder's points in his video were just ridiculous. Oh, excuse me, because he has very similar stuff that he does to his employees there. But, yeah, let's get into it. If you want to support, drop a like, a follow, a share, subscribe, join, click some links, follow me on socials, or shopmcclures.com. That's all I can think of right now.
There's been an update in the New York Post today regarding Steven Crowder and his divorce. Now, why are we talking about this today? Well, I'll refresh your memory. First and foremost, when he did an announcement about his divorce, bizarrely, he included a clip of me and heavily implied that I extorted him somehow behind the scenes. It never happened. I've never even met Steven Crowder. I've only ever done one thing ever, and I was required to contractually with the Daily Wire, which was backstage just a few weeks before he tried to throw the entire Daily Wire under the bus because, well, he wanted money. That's the truth, right? So anyways, it's the reason why I have been interested in this case. And then, of course, came even further lies, which I knew were lies at the time. He responded to a video in which his followers believe that I was responsible for leaking a video. I had nothing to do with his divorce then. I have nothing to do with his divorce now. I never conspired with any journalists to release a video that I didn't know existed. I covered the video like everybody else did that day because it was astonishing and it was trending worldwide. And I cover the news, whether it's celebrity news sometimes, whether it's Kim Kardashian at a wedding. I cover the news when the news is interesting. And this, of course, is interesting because you have a person that purports to be a conservative who looks very much to me to be abusing his wife. So in response to these abuse claims, Steven Crowder then said that he wanted everything opened up to the public. And here we are today. Let me remind you.
So she did a little recap. I don't know if any of you guys seen Steven Crowder's video that came out. It looks like it's like an outside camera recording an argument with him and his wife. Yeah, I don't know. A lot of people were like, oh, this is so bad. It's so horrible. I don't know if I seen it that way. Looked like a pretty standard argument. Yeah, I didn't see it as crazy abusive. But then again, I'm a guy. So, who knows?
Of what Steven Crowder said when he made that demand for the truth to be revealed, because we were all seeing an quote unquote edited clip that was depicting him wrongly. Take a listen.
So today, I have filed a motion to officially unseal all files as they relate to the matter of legal record. Finances, relevant medical records, including mental health history or evaluations, depositions, and any motions or sanctions from the courts of Texas. I will not be leaking private marital information to the press, but if the privacy agreements are not respected by all parties, I will address all that is a matter of irrefutable legal record in full context next week.
He never did that. because he just says stuff and it's not true and nobody fact checks him. And a lot of his followers just simply believe everything he says. Candace must have leaked this.
Well, what it sounded like he said is, if my wife stops leaking shit, then I'm going to start, if my wife keeps leaking stuff, I'm going to leak stuff. Apparently, she didn't leak anymore. So he didn't do his thing. I don't see how that's a lie.
She must have extorted him privately behind the scenes. Completely and utterly made up. This is sociopathic behavior. You can't just make up lies like this. Well, it also turns out that he lied in the effort to release all the documents. And when he showed up for court, he tried to get everything locked down. In fact, it is his wife, it turns out, that is fighting for more exposure. It is his wife that is fighting for more sunlight, which is, in fact, the best disinfectant. According to the New York Post, Hillary testified that her soon-to-be ex-husband has rage issues and punches holes in the wall, while Crowder asked for full custody of his children, claiming that Hillary exhibited erratic behavior. Now, you remember at the time, he also posted something heavily implying that she had mental health issues. And again, she has no platform. She has no social media profiles. So people just accepted this. They said, wait until stuff comes out. Then we're going to find out that actually he's been under duress and his wife is crazy. Well, then he gave an example of her erratic behavior. As an example of her erratic behavior, he alleged that Hillary had not informed him that their home address had been posted on Twitter for several months. And he accused her family of leaking the viral ring footage of him berating her while she was pregnant. His attorney noted that she has no public social media presence. So her erratic behavior is the fact that she didn't inform him that there was a tweet that she did not author that was on the web that had their home address on it. That sounds like a really erratic, crazy
Yeah, clearly
woman.
That's not erratic.
Now, his demand for the custody of one-year-old twins raised eyebrows among former staffers of his media company, who said that it clashed with his very public expressed conservative beliefs that children need both parents and that the mothers are primary caregivers. Well, the update to that, Hillary testified that he was not present during her IVF treatments. He was also absent during the birth of his children because he had that elective surgery that we spoke about in the past. And she said that he moved out of the family home before the twins were even born. The former staffer says that he is a hypocrite, pointing to a number of his tweets and his public statements regarding parenting. His public staffer also brought up this important point. They said, quote, "Of course, if you filed for custody, you'd think that you would lead with stories of outrageous behavior like drunken binges or child abuse. No, none of that. Something more than her not telling someone about a leak on Twitter when she says that she doesn't even have a Twitter account. It's punitive and it feels like a threat to make her scared. I do believe that she is operating under duress. The judge fortunately came back and said that he is not going to change the custody agreement and that he is dismayed by the number of volumes of motions that have been filed. So there you have it. It looks like this case is still going to remain public, which is what he initially called for, even though he then asked the judge to lock everything down because what he says in public and what he does in private are two different things. For whatever reason, there are people that have not pieced this together, that you have public staffers, former friends, now his wife, all telling you that this man is a sociopathic liar. But, I guess there must be some big conspiracy. We all must be working together behind the scenes. Candace must be working with the family and journalists and public staffers that I've never met who are saying that they're scared to speak out because they've signed very vindictive NDAs with him. Like I said, my grandfather always used to say that people tell you who they are early on. Listen, there just could not be more proof that he lies and lies and lies and then tries to go behind the scenes and correct it. I will continue to pray for his wife, Hillary Crowder, because this situation makes me extremely uncomfortable. And I feel great because I know people are going to say, you shouldn't get involved in somebody's divorce. You know what you should not do? Involve somebody in your divorce. All right, guys, if you like this video, you're going to like the...
That's true. That's true. To her defense, he did put... In her defense, he did put her name in his mouth when he did his little divorce video. So you kind of called her out and asked her to respond to it. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. Rage issues and punches holes in walls. I don't know very many people who haven't punched a hole in a wall at some point. So, I don't know. But I'm an asshole. So, he's not claiming to be an asshole, and I am. So. Oh, shit. Yeah, but the filing custody for the kids thing, that might just be, that might be a legal move, to show that you want them or not to have to pay so much child support or who knows? Who knows? The divorce system is crazy. It's absolutely crazy. So, good luck to you, Crowder, in your divorce. And unfortunately, you won't be there to raise your twins, which is sad. That is sad. That is very, very sad. Interesting stuff, though. If you're on the live, we're going to keep going. Let me know if you have anything specific that you would like us to check out next. If you're tuning into this when we post it as a video, we do appreciate you as well. But tune into the lives Monday, Wednesdays, or Fridays, rumble.com/McClures, or shopmcclures.com is the website. You can buy quality American products there. shopmcclures.com. shopmcclures.com. Check it out.